Hey buddy, watch this.
Hello, RegisKillbin is the name, and Hearthstone is the game, and this is my latest deck experiment, where I take a crazy, fun, perhaps even good idea for a deck, and then build it live on the spot, and then test it out on the ranked ladder. This time around, I have a Shaman deck based on some of the changes Blizzard made, adding the Elemental tag to a handful of new cards, opening up the opportunity for an Elemental Jade Shaman control deck to make a lot of sense. So let's go ahead and jump into this deck creation process as it was recorded live on my Twitch stream. Let's do this. So for those of you that don't have context, I'll run through this real quickly. I want to do a deck experiment this morning, and the reason I want to do this new deck experiment is because a handful of cards were just given the Elemental tag. Alongside the Quest Rogue nerf, Blizzard also snuck this change in. So Jade Spirit is now an Elemental. And Halaziel the Ascended, now an Elemental. Also, it was Mana Geode for Priest, and Jinny of Zephyrs, the League of Explorers neutral card. Both given Elemental tags. Also, like the Rock for Mana Geode and Illidan's tokens that he summons were given elementals, but that would almost never matter because elemental synergy is all about what you play from your hand, not what's summoned on the board, so those don't matter so much. But with both Halaziel and Jade Spirit, it becomes quite obvious that these fit really nicely in Shaman. Halaziel being a Shaman card, and Jade Spirit being a part of the Jade package, which Shaman always just tucks into their decks anyway. They stick in Jade Lightning and Jade Claws and often Aya. Just they put them into their decks regardless because they're just such good cards. So now that you can add in another Jade card without compromising your elemental synergies and the ability to activate elementals more consistently, it makes a lot of sense to run these things together. So I want to try to build a new Elemental Shaman, and I want to make this one control specifically because we've got access to Halaziel here, and that's something that Shaman or Elemental Shaman, if they wanted to run in the past, had to again compromise the consistency of their elemental activations, which is problematic. Now, I'm going to go ahead and make a disclaimer here that I don't actually know that Halaziel or a control version of this deck is going to be the best. Part of me just thinks you'd still want to do more of a mid-range Jade Elemental Shaman without Halaziel, and Halaziel would still be an important change because of Servant of Kalamos. Halaziel is suddenly added into the pool for Servant of Kalamos. And as is Jade Spirit, of course. So depending upon where you're at in the game and what you need, there might be instances where you have a Lightning Storm in hand and you can pick up that Halaziel and plan a huge heal turn. Maybe you just need more bodies and you've already got like 5/5 Jades. So you grab that Jade Spirit and suddenly it's a 6/6 Jade coming out. Like, Servant of Kalamos becomes a much more flexible and interesting card in the context of these changes, even if you don't even run these particular cards. But of course we do want to test these, so we are actually going to run them to start and then we'll go from there. So to build essentially a control version of this list, we definitely want to grab some big control-y elemental cards. We also just want to get some early to mid game consistent elemental cards as well. So you can see here I'm just kind of grabbing the things I think make sense. I'm not totally sure double Blaze Caller is something we want. It's debatable, I suppose. We'll see. I mean, it's a really powerful card in a control deck, too, so it probably is. And then, of course, the next thing we need to do is go grab our Jade cards. We want Aya, for sure. We want Jade Lightning and Jade Claws, for sure. I don't think we need Jade Chieftains. These are just a little bit too expensive. We can use Elementals for our expensive cards. Just those 6 Jades is gonna, or 7 Jades is going to get us up to 7/7, which is already, like, ridiculously high, so that's more than enough. And suddenly, you can see, just with this little package, we're 21 cards. So what we need to do now is fill in with other control Shaman cards that we'd want to run, right? So things that help us keep the board in check. Maelstrom Portal, I think, is always a great choice. Just that great AoE. Double Hex makes a lot of sense. I think we need Manatide Totems in this deck, because we don't have a lot of card draw. I mean, we have some card generation with Servant of Kalamos, but not a ton of just straight draw, and Manatide Totems just work well, in my experience. Some healing with Jinyu Water Speakers makes sense. That's something you see in control decks a lot. We may have to cut back on this, obviously. We don't have Lightning Storms yet. We skipped over Lightning Storm. Where's that? We need double Lightning Storms for sure, so we're going to have to cut something already, which makes me sad. I think we might even need a Volcano here. It's not like the perfect Halaziel card, because Halaziel could also die to the Volcano, so he's not always going to heal 15. But I still think it's something we want. And we can cut Blaze Collars if we go for the more removal route. We won't need quite as many like big proactive bodies if we have more removal. Essentially, the Jades are going to service as our big bodies that just give us the meat to win the game. So I don't know that we want the Blaze Collars, kind of as I teased. Fire Elementals are actually questionable too, I think. Because right now, most of our Elemental space is low-cost cards. How many Elementals do we actually have? These are a lot of flexibility. And I want to keep the Fireflies, even though they're low-cost cards, just because they're so flexible. Hot Spring Guardians, Tar Creepers, Halaziel himself, Kalamos, double Fire Ellie, and then Kalamos. Maybe we cut one Fire Ellie. I don't know that we need double Volcano, but do we actually want to run a Blood Mage Thalnos? And I think we do. It's just, when we're adding this many Maelstrom Portals, this many Lightning Storms, suddenly I think Blood Mage Thalnos makes a lot of sense. And by the way, chat, I know you guys are chatting. I'm going to catch up later. I want to focus on the deck for now. So don't freak out if I'm not reading chat. It's coming back. I'll be reading more chat soon. I love you guys. I haven't forgotten about you. I just for sure want to focus on this deck. And then, you know, do we need any other just like big cards, like big legendaries to just win us the game, you know? I don't really think so. I don't think we want to make like a N'Zoth deck or anything like that. I think the Jades are going to be sufficient to win the game. So the question is, do we need any other damage spells to utilize Halaziel? Double Lightning Storm, double Maelstrom Portal, one Volcano, Jade Lightnings. I don't think so. I think we can work with that for Halaziel. So what do we need? Jades are going to win us the game eventually. We have removal. Maybe we just add in one of those Fire Ellies back. The curve looks very heavy on 3, but that's actually fine. That's a good spot for us to be. Do we have enough early game, I wonder? And what early game could we possibly add to help? We could add in something like a Devolve. We have double Hex. Would we be better off cutting a Fire Ellie and just adding in a Devolve? Double Hex is basically silences, but, I don't know. Might be a waste. Another weapon would help with removal. We do have some heals. Did we cut our... We cut one Genu Water Speaker. I really think I'd rather have a Genu Water Speaker than another Devolve, since we have the double Hex. And I think I'd rather have Genu Water Speakers than a Fire Ellie too, just because there's a lot of pirates out there. Can we beat Mage? Well, with heals we can, yeah. With Halaziel, with Genus, with Hot Spring Guardians, we can beat Mage. We can beat pirates because we have a lot of taunts and we have a lot of AoE clears and a lot of heals. We can beat... We probably can't beat Jade Druid, but maybe if we out-tempo him. But the problem is a lot of our just sort of tempo plays don't have a lot of stats for pressure, but we could still find damage and clear their board with Volcano and stuff. So we can probably beat Jade Druid. I think this actually looks like a pretty good list. This looks like a pretty good list. I'm not too upset with this. So let's check out what chat has to say now that we've kind of cleaned up the deck list a little bit here before we jump into some games. See if chat came up with any amazing ideas that I can't miss. To eat my rogue quest, worth crafting Halaziel for Elemental Jade Shaman. I don't know yet, man. We're testing that now, and even now we won't really know, but we'll get some idea probably if it's any good or not. Only 21,000 dust and 50 packs. Shouldn't you prepare for the expansion soon? I know, and only like 2,000 gold too, right? How much gold do I have? Only 1,700 gold, so not even there. And I'm only going to spend another $100, so I don't know. I don't think I'll have enough. I think you're right. One Farsight. It's an interesting idea. Sorry, Regis, but this time I will only listen and occasionally look. I'm playing Terraria now. I just bought it, and I want to have 1,000 hours in it. Well, man, good luck on that journey. That sounds like it's going to be fun. Make it wild, play the Jinny. I don't even think Jinny would be good in this, because we don't have any buff cards. Like it'd be almost impossible to utilize. We'd have to play Paladin or something. Hey, Mantis, how's it going? Mantis, don't freak out. Wolf, I love the emotes, dude. It looks good. You too, Mighty Rai. Looks great, guys. Looks like me today, I think. My hair looks like that hair today. Hey, Regis, can you weigh in at the end if Halaziel's worth it and a replacement? I don't have everyone but him. I don't know if he's worth it. Like I said at the beginning, honestly, probably not. I think you could get by without him. Just because, like I said, Servant of Kalamos now has Halaziel. So I think So you can draw Halazeal and still make some big plays, even without Halazeal actually in your deck. What's your average ladder rank? I mean, isn't everybody's average ladder rank like 9? Because you start at 16 and you go to Legend? So like, if you take every rank and average them, don't you always go to 9? If you're saying what rank do I finish at, usually like 1 or 2, because I don't take the time to grind out to Legend, or 3, sometimes 5, sometimes Legend. It just depends on the month. The highest ever finish I've had is like 225, somewhere around there, 227 or something. What's the card that reduces cost of elementals in hand by 1? Is that any good? I want that card to be good, but I don't really think it is. I don't think it's ever been played a lot. Fireplume Harbinger here. It just sacrifices too much, really, on its own in the early game, when early game is so important. Use Morgul. Do I even have Morgul? I don't even know how you get Morgul. I don't even have him, guys. I have no idea how you even get him. I don't do alternate heroes. I'm sorry. I'm a loser. How many characters are there for each class at the moment? I don't know. Like I said, no clue. Replace the 2 Fire Ellies for 2 Blaze Callers. It's not a terrible idea, but I kind of like the Fire Ellie's consistency, even with the extra activations from Elementals. Comes out a turn earlier, and most stuff right now, 3 health is more of a magic number than 5. So in other words, this is almost enough, and if we have to play like a Genie Water Speaker the turn before and don't get an Elemental out, I still want to get the more consistent activation. Flame Tongues are always a good card to add, but I just don't think we have room for them here. We're a little bit too controlled for Flame Tongue. Although I really do think Flame Tongue is one of the most underrated and overpowered cards in the game that a lot of people sleep on. Okay, guys, so let's hop in here and test this. We don't know if this is a good list. Who knows, right? Nobody knows if Elemental Shaman's any better in the first place, so it might not be. But we're gonna try our best. Recruiting a friend gets him. Oh, so you can fake it. I see. You just make a new account and recruit it. Got it. Sure, I could find somebody to do that for me, but just too lazy, guys. I like having the neutral heroes. I don't know. It's just never been something I've cared about for some reason or another. This is Mage, so probably don't need, like, these things. Probably need more mid-game cards. By the way, do you guys hear that? Is there like sounds like a jackhammer or something going on outside. Do you guys hear that in the background? I'm sorry if so, but there's nothing I can do about it. It's just, I live in a city, so sometimes that stuff happens. Aha! Hey Regis, the first time I've caught you on stream, says Dr. Zyther. Keep on your videos, they really help me as a new Hearthstone player. Thanks, Dr. Zyther, that's like my favorite thing to hear. I'm happy to shepherd people into the wonderful world of Hearthstone as best I can. Hopefully you've learned a little bit. I'm sure you'll grow up as a Hearthstone player and eventually find someone even better who's a better player than me, and there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. Please do. Continue to grow and get better and leave me behind. Find a Tice or a Strife Crow or somebody like that. Sounds like a humming sound, maybe. Yeah, basically that's kind of what I hear, like a like that. Hopefully it goes away, but I really can't control that. I live 6 floors up, so most sounds should theoretically be pretty far away, because they're like on street level, presumably. Because, you know, I'm like 60 feet in the air, but I guess sometimes sound still carries pretty well. I'm just floating 60 feet in the air, guys. It's just just out in the air. Will you review all the cards once they come out one by one? Well, I'm definitely going to be reviewing them on the way as they come out. As far as doing another re-review, I think I will do... What I started doing this time around for the Frozen Throne cards is like detailed reviews at the beginning and then quick reviews at the end for people who don't have time to watch me talk for 20 minutes about crazy stuff. If they just want to catch like my star ratings, I added some star ratings at the end. So I think I'll probably do like a big compilation at the end once all the cards are released of all of my star reviews. And of course I still will do like the 10 best cards revealed, the 10 worst card revealed, that kind of stuff, which I've always done. Our hand's a little clunky, but it's probably actually not that bad against Mage. Mostly just committing stats to the board to get more stats in the future. This is fairly susceptible to a lot of different things, but we're not like to Blizzard or Flamestrike turns yet, so. Your magical beard gave you the ability to float 60 feet in the air. Of course, yeah. Yeah, I'm just riding around up on Ultrasaur's neck right now. That's what it is. What are your thoughts on the new Quest Rogue? Is it too bad to play now? Should I dust it? I think it's probably too bad, but I haven't tested it yet, so I can't say with certainty. But it just seems like it's not going to be as good. I mean, it's still going to be... There's still going to be those games where you get it really fast and you play Quest by turn 4 or whatever and you just win. Like, that's still going to happen. But there's just going to be that 1 in 5 or 1 in 10 even games where you just it's a little bit slower and you lose because of that. And if you lose an extra 1 in 10 games, that's a big hit to your win rate. So it becomes a much worse deck for the ladder, right? God, our hand is just... We're not getting anything proactive right now. It's all sort of... You know, heals and reactive style cards at this point. I guess we'll clear one of these. Since we're not really trying to win the game right now, we're trying to control. It's going to be tough against Mage, but we have a feeling that we should be able to get through his burn and stuff, I think. Cho'Gawan, that is correct, yeah. FLMD says, okay, thank you guys. By the way, it's the second time I got it and I need to dust it. I don't know what card we're talking about, but good luck with your dust journey, good sir. The first 10 packs of the Knights expansion contain a guaranteed legendary. That's what they've told us, yeah. That's what we've heard so far. God, I feel like we could almost Volcano soon. Oh, that deck list is not right, and I also need a deck tracker. Crap! Guys. Gotta keep me in check. I always forget this stuff. Oh, here we go. See? Here we go. Here we go. No good trades. Let me get this deck tracker. Oh, that's not right. There it is. Don't freak out. Don't freak out, guys. I know somebody's out there freaking out right now. Why is the screen so pink? No! Don't freak out. Yeah, Blaze Collar's good. Sure. This is gonna be the first, like, really good sort of body we've played. Everything else just kind of been sitting around out there. Let me update my deck list too if I can do... Well, I can't do that right now. I just need to update Moobot to say it's not the right deck list. I don't want people to try the wrong deck list. Let's see. Regis got my first 12 wins today. Grats, Numis. That's awesome, dude. King Murph Gaming says, how has this deck treated you so far since the new elemental tags? Well, this is the first game we've played, right? So I don't know yet. I just don't know. We'll probably figure it out for too long, but so far, no clue. Alright, so Blaze Caller here is probably okay. I'd like to play Aya, but we want to make sure we hit this while we have it, right? We don't know if we're going to get an elemental activation again for a while. Yeah, that's a pretty good body to kill. It could have been a fire elemental, by the way. Wouldn't have made a difference here, but I'm thoroughly freaked out right now. How do you have such a good card collection? Is it through playing a lot since beta or using money on packs? Both, actually. Not beta, but Season 2 I started. So that was 3 years ago. And I do spend real money on the game and various other things, so... I don't think that this is Counterspell, but it could be, so we're going to test it with Maelstrom Portal, then we're just going to Volcano. Okay, that's fine. That took a long time for that animation to load up. I was freaking out a little bit. I was like, wait a minute, did we mess something up? Did we mess something up right now? Is there a rank you usually get stuck at, like somewhere you just hit a slow spot? Typically around 2 or 3. It gets a little slower for me. Mirror Entity is a little bit of an issue, so let's just do this first. It kind of costs us a Jade, but just in case, right? We don't want to play into the secrets a little too heavy. Don't want to play into the secrets too heavy. Any sniping tonight? Notice me, Regis, by... Hey, Silas. Wardable Streaming says, I'm not promising anything, but would you want to see or hear, I guess, a RegisKillbin themed remix or something? Yes, obviously. What kind of stupid question is that? Clearly, who in their right mind wouldn't want to see that, Wardable? Is it live now? That's what I really want to know. How do I get there sooner? How do I get there sooner, man? Send me a link. Jesus Speedsus, I live in a city in the Midwestern United States. If you ask around, you could probably figure it out. Somebody knows, I think. Tinga says, if it has RegisKillbin is the name and Hearthstone is the game in it, then yes, please. Waving It Fat says, my collection's pretty big as well, but I haven't spent that much money and I haven't played for as long as Regis. So getting a large collection is still possible for free as long as you prioritize correctly. Yeah, I agree. Ouch. That was rude. I do not have an answer for that either. This is not good. We don't have an elemental for this. Do we just have to play this? Like... Ugh. I don't want to waste our heal, but... kind of think we need some stats on the board. This card's too good, man. We need weapon destruction. What do we really need to draw? Torque Reaper would be a good draw. I don't even... in case I get Calamos, I don't even know if I can play this. Like, I might just have to hang on to this. Ugh, this is just such a bad turn. We have more healing with Halaziel, so I'm just going to play this as a sort of distraction for him, hopefully. Maybe he trades, we could set up a Lightning Storm clear, that kind of thing. It's a huge waste of that heal against Mage, but I think we have to. Ugh. There it is. It's so scary. That's the best possible 10-drop, I guess. Oh, that's a good draw for us, finally. Okay, okay. So I'm starting to... well, that's less good. That's definitely a little less good. Oh my god, please high roll, please high roll. Shoot. I'm gonna go ahead and kill this one. It's, you know, it's a little bit of extra damage, obviously, over here, but... we can do 1 damage later. We might not be able to do 2 damage later. If that had high rolled, though, man, we would have been nuts right there. We're still probably just dead. Fireball, ping, a lot of stuff kills me here. Atiyesh was just too good. Flame Strike was too good. Atiyesh, Medivh's staff. What a cool weapon. So we're actually alive. That's sort of good news. I don't know that we can stabilize, though.
We have many secrets.
Second Lightning Storm is probably the only out here. Manatite Totem is definitely not it. It's 12, 16, 17, 18 damage. We can only go up to 12. Taunt doesn't even save much because the... Taunt doesn't save much because of the weapon ping here. That would have been good a while ago. Really good. God, it's a 6/6 Jade already. That's nuts. That's really, really, really good. Let's see. Regis, could you try the healing taunt elemental? You mean Hot Spring Guardian? We have that one. We have 2, in fact. 2. So I don't know if that's what you mean, but yeah, we're definitely trying that one out. Just joined the stream. Are these new cards from the Frozen Throne expansion? No. So 4 cards got the Elemental tag, guys, that didn't have it before. Halaziel the Ascended, Jade Spirit, Jenny of Zephyrs, and Mana Geode were all given the Elemental tag last night. So they're fresh Elemental cards. We've never had it before, so it means we can test a new Elemental deck here with Elemental Jade Shaman. Because basically Jade Spirit is now the card that combines the worlds of Jade and Elemental, which had never happened before. People were sticking Jade cards into Elemental Shaman lists anyway, just because Jade's so good. But now that you can say, oh my god, Jade Spirit's both Elemental and Jade, you have this unifying force that makes the deck make a lot more sense. Because you basically get to include a card that activates 2 separate goals, both elemental activation and of course the I think we can hold here, and the Jades themselves. If I could ever finish my thought. Regis, is Quest Rogue still good now? Says Zareth Jize. I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's going to lose like 4 or 5% on its probably 4 to 5% on its win rate. Is my guess. Maybe 3 to 4%, which is enough to knock it down a tier or 2. It will still be a deck you can play on the ladder. You can still win games. It will still feel really oppressive when it wins and when it hits its high rolls and stuff. But it's just going to be a little bit less consistent. We're finally going to give him some heal value here. We could have tried to chip this thing down over some turns. He should maybe trade into this healing totem. That's normally kind of gross, but not actually that bad right now. This doesn't roll high enough. If this was only spell damage totem, right? We don't have... I mean, I guess we could just double elemental Jade Claws with the anticipation of doing Calamos next turn, because we just don't have a good way to deal with these right now, right? We need to soften up the board a little bit. He heals us back up to 5. If he makes a trade, he goes to 3. Puts it in range of Fire Ellie, Jade Lightning, that kind of stuff. I don't want to attack into this one just because it's a lot of extra damage that probably doesn't accomplish much. Oh, we overloaded. We can't even Calamos. Well, that's fine. We want to do Jade Lightning anyway. Let's see. I think Volcano is better... Yeah, it might be cool with Howlzeal. I don't know yet, because you're kind of killing your Howlzeal typically, so... How about neutral legendaries? I don't know about what class to main with now. Neutral legendaries, your best bets are probably still like Alexstrasza, Leroy, those kinds of cards that have just universally been good, right? They've just always done something you like. Cairn is one. Deathwing, frankly, has been a card that's popped up from time to time. So that could be an option for you, too. Do we care more about card value or stats on the board? I think we care a little bit more about card advantage, don't we? We can always recover stats with things like Hex and Volcano and so on and so forth, but card advantage means a lot more problems for us, I think. So next turn we can probably just Aya, maybe Fire Ellie. Kick off this train with Fire Ellie, since we goofed it with the Overload previously. Why are Flame Waker and Flame Waker and Majordome Executus not elementals? They are Naga. They're not. They're the big snake-looking dudes. They're like snakes of the sea. They're not elemental beings. It's just a Warcraft lore thing, right? There's no real legitimate explanation for any of it, but that's the answer. So, man, Hex feels pretty good, too. Aya feels good. Like, we have a pretty good set of turns here, but we'll save that Hex for, like, Aesair or something. I think we'll just kill this guy. Clearly, he trades a little better into our Fire Ellie than does the Twilight Drake. I think I'll take some damage here, too, just to preserve a couple minions. We have a lot of healing in this deck, and taunts and stuff, so I'm okay to save a minion for the sake of a little health. Krovig, it is, yeah, I mean, fairly. I'm still working on some more ideas for that. But I think if you just go check it out right now, you'll see that there's been quite a bit to talk about the last day or two. Blood Mage Thalnos, yeah, another good craft for legendaries for sure. For sure. Hey, Fancy Hyena, how's it going? Jaga, don't remind me, dude. Don't remind me. Hey, Icard, how's it going, man?
Regis, you rusty at Hearth bad day? No practice. Or maybe you just suck bad draft. Avram and I'ma get me a beer, beam me up, Scotty.
Gosh dang it, jerks. Thanks again, dude. for the best copy pasta in history. Thanks for the cheer too, man. Always throwing the cheers out. Always so generous. Thank you. So, I mean, this Lightning Storm, like, feels sort of good, because there's 3 minions, but ultimately, it's not going to deal with this Draconid very well. Like, maybe if we high roll into a spell damage, we could trade the smaller ones in, and make a bad trade against Twilight Drake. So let's test here. If it fails, we'll probably just Calamos and trade hard. If it succeeds... No, so it failed. So let's just Calamos here. Our health total, by the way, is kind of getting low. A little worryingly low. I think actually Jade Spirit's going to be our best bet here. More flexible for mana cost and just summons a lot of bodies. The Kalaki are like cool, but not maybe not doing enough. So this can definitely heal me next turn if I need a heal. Which we might. If we keep this board and we don't need to reload the board, like this card's going to make a lot of sense. It's just a heal. Just capitalize on the board we already have. Or there's that as well. Like, this actually might still be a good play just because we're so low. Kind of like Jade Spirit Manatide Totem, though. He could probably kill me, though. I don't think I can risk it. I think we just have to go for the heal here. This is a fairly reasonable minion. I mean, like, summoning all these 1/1s sounds cool, too, but I'm scared that we're going to die. I think the only way we lose right now is just dying. I know Priest probably doesn't have a lot of great ways to do that, but if he sneaked in a combo piece, if he just keeps chipping me for 4 and I don't answer that minion eventually, like that's a threat. So that's probably a hex target, isn't it? Like that one's a little too big. Or maybe we just go for bodies at this point, like Jade Spirit. For instance, this is a pretty good 9 mana turn. Jade Spirit, Jade Claws, Tar Creeper, a little bit of defense, a little bit of pressure with these guys. Can't do much with this 2 attack yet, but... And this is still susceptible to Dragonfire Potion, but we did already see 1. If he does Dragonfire Potion, we can probably just Hex. We can Hex Aya, but that might still be too slow. We'll take a lot of damage again. Surprise Holy Fire would have done it. Well, yeah, that's not very likely, but there's a lot of ways to just die sometimes. Double Holy Nova wouldn't, but it would have been close, I think, if he had the mana. Man, dude! He hit them both. That's really annoying. We need Volcano now. Now we are close to dying. I don't think we have a choice here now. So he has 7. Holy Nova kills me now. It's really bad. We could try to hit the Taunt Totem. I mean, Jade Spirit applies almost as much pressure as Aya. Not enough to trade into both minions, though. I'm still going to do it, I think. Because we can Lightning Storm to clean up, even if the trades aren't clean. Never lucky, man. Never get the totem we want. Probably just dead. Holy Nova here. Second Dragonfire Potion was cripplingly good. We have 4 heal cards left in the deck, so if we can survive this turn, there's a chance we still get out of this nonsense. Especially if he goes face and doesn't trade, and we can get off a really powerful Lightning Storm. Second death makes it a lot harder to trade, though. After the Lightning Storm. Maybe double Lightning Storm, or Lightning Storm Volcano. Halazia Lightning Storm would be pretty clutch. We have a Ginny Water Speaker. Definitely buys me some time. That's 7. Let's try to roll for spell damage here. No. I think we still have to Lightning Storm, because worst case scenario, we can kill the Elise and be alive. Otherwise, we're just dead to the board, so. Okay. So we can actually kill this as well. And we might as well. It's the same difference as it attacking us next turn, right? So just get the stats off the board. So we're alive at 1 here. We were alive at 2 last time, and he didn't have Holy Nova. So he's probably just digging for Holy Nova here. He's probably got a 2 out of 15 to get it, it looks like. That's pretty good odds. But again, I don't know if we can stabilize here. We might need another Water Speaker. Or that. Or that. Maelstrom Portal is not going to do enough. Taunt Totem Maelstrom Portal would theoretically be enough, I guess. If we got a taunt, it almost would have been enough. No, it still wouldn't have been enough. That would have been a card that could have maybe kept me alive. I don't know, though, because we still would have been at 4. Trade. The Halzeal probably sealed the deal. I feel like we're a little short on cards every game. I mean, partially because we kind of went on big boards twice in a row into Dragonfire Potion. That might be a part of the issue. I'm not really sure. I don't know. That double Dragonfire Potion definitely put us in a bad spot. Hey Regis, a few days ago I conceded at ranked and I lost 2 stars. Is that because I conceded or something? Should have been because you conceded. I don't know. Should have only given you 1 star loss. Maybe you disconnected previously and it kind of had one loaded up for you and it forgot. It does that sometimes. Like if you disconnect, it won't show you the star loss immediately. And then you'll come back in later and it'll show you the star loss at a given point. Static C, thanks for the follow. I think I missed Max 17, Anise 215, maybe even Pablon 311, and Hachitaku. Thank you everybody for the follows. Appreciate it, guys. Let's see, what does chat have to say? More card draw would be useful. Yeah, I mean, we've got the double mana tides. I just don't think we've been hitting them or been able to play them on time. But between that and Calamos, I would hope that we have enough. Servant of Calamos, I should say. I mean, that's 4 card-generating cards. Yeah, Thalanos actually too is card draw, so we have ways to get cards. I think maybe they've just not been coming when we need them. I think the deck feels okay. Might have been okay. Coin Jade. We don't need an elemental activation yet. Coin Jade's probably fine. Next turn we can actually just Mana Tide Firefly.
Aha!
That's still fine. Coin was a nice counterspell test, but... Oh.
Welcome!
Hey!
Boys, make some room by the hearth, won't ya?
Lewis G21, man, thanks for the subscription with Twitch Prime, dude. Appreciate it. Welcome. And stay tuned to your Twitch messages sometime after the stream, Lewis, or probably later, you know, maybe later today or tomorrow, for some details on some other bonuses to being a RegisKillbin subscriber. Some other cool stuff. Playing right into that meteor, boys. The turn 5 meteor. Is Spellbinder that popular now? I've seen it popping up more and more the last day or two. I've seen it popping up in a couple different lists. So, I think it's getting there. It's a good card, really. Maybe an underrated card.
Excuse me, you are on fire.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty okay with all that. Not a great turn 5 here. I think Mana Tide, Maelstrom is fine.
Aha!
We might as well trade. These little bodies just aren't very valuable in the scheme of things in this matchup. They die to a lot of different stuff. Seems to be a bit slower as far... Oh, this was a gifted card anyway off Glyph. But people do run this. I've seen it pop up in 3 different lists now. Actually, a list I've been playing has it. I found it on hsreplay.net. That worked out well. That's actually a pretty good card for us. We might be giving him a Mana Tide Totem here, but that's not a huge concern for me. It's most likely just Ice Block. What about running something like Spirit Echoes? I know it's more for aggro decks, but it could be cool if it bounced back a healer Calamos. Yeah, I think it's a good card. The few times I've ran it, though, I just had a lot of problems ever getting a board where I was like, I need to Spirit Echo this. That's an issue I know I had. I think we just have to play Mirror Entity as it is. I don't think we can sacrifice a turn testing it think it's fairly unlikely given what we've seen so far. I think he's a slower, more freeze style mage and less of a tempo secret mage. We haven't seen Kirin Tor mages and those kinds of cards yet, and Ice Barrier definitely clues us into that even more. Can someone please explain what Twitch Prime is? Yeah, if you have Amazon Prime, you get Twitch Prime for free, and essentially that means you get 1 free subscription per month. Is that Polymorph? Just fire that portal. That's totally fine. This seems good to me. Let's play around. Well, there's not really a good play around for Meteor, I guess. This is probably the best one. It's a good value generation card. We have some heal for Mage, which is nice. Kalamos and Jinyu, both big heals. I think we're in a good spot. We're not killing him yet, which would be nice, but we have the resources necessary to stabilize a little bit. Do you think Hall of Fame rotations should happen more often than once a year? Yeah, I don't see why they couldn't just happen all the time. Like, why does it have to wait? Why can't they just do it whenever they want? There's no, like, schedule to it. Hey, Nano Dragon 22, thanks again for the cheers, man, much like yesterday. Love that Shaman is getting more tools and coming back as a tier 1 deck. Beat those mages. Yeah, that's the goal, right? I'm getting sick of mage myself, man. What happened here? Just Fireball? Fire Blast, okay. Halazeal, I guess, but honestly, it's going to be tough to get any value off Halazeal is the thing I'm worried about, because he's never going to have a huge board of stuff that we, like, Lightning Storm, you know? It's going to be really tough to get that value. I mean, I like having it as an option. The question is, do we need the Fire Elemental for any reason? Does it apply pressure extra or anything of the sort? I don't really think it does. We're going to have enough pressure with Jades, and I don't think we're pressuring enough that we're going to have... I just don't think we're going to have a pressure win condition, right? Like, it just doesn't look like that's going to be our win condition. Is my hand getting too full? This is going to put me to 9, and then we'll draw 10. I'm actually going to play this. It's probably just going to die to some AoE board clear type thing, but we're drawing a lot with this Mana Tide, so we need to be careful with our hand. Regis has a mod running that shows the possible secrets inside top left corner. Yeah, for sure. Ooh. Baby. Hex Jinyu is probably enough. We'll play the Firefly as well, just to ensure that... and we're actually, we need to trade in a minion if we do that, just to make sure that we have room for Kalamos next turn for more heal. Actually, we need to kill 2 minions. So we can sacrifice the Northshire and the Flame Elemental here. Play the Jinyu. Hex. Trade into the Hex minion. Actually, is it just better off to kill this thing? Let's just kill it. There's no other Hex target in the deck, except maybe... we might need the Hex for Doomsayers, now that I think about it. So let's just kill this thing, and let's just go ahead and Kalamos now. Because we know we have the Elemental activation. I'm actually going to sacrifice this, because I don't want more cards. It seems like it's a bit of a mistake, but frankly, if that dies to a Blizzard, I don't care, and I don't want more cards at this point. We played our other weapon. No, let's go ahead and attack then. Shouldn't matter much. So one of the things, of course, to keep in mind when you're playing a deck like this, if they have freeze options and stuff to stall you out, you need to keep board space free for your heals. So I'm okay with making those trades instead. Like I said, this dies, unlike the Northshire Cleric, but I don't think we wanted the heals off the Northshire Cleric anyway. The cards, I mean. Can we pop the block here? It's a good Hex target again. It's fine. But can we pop the block? No, just we don't have any damage in hand, so this is scary. He's he kind of went for the burn line with Alexstrasza. We healed out of it. Now he's going for the value line with Medivh, which is what makes this deck so darn good, by the way. The Gunther / Control Mage. Just they have a lot of different ways to win, basically. I think we'll just Hex here and then heal our Kalamos. The only thing I don't like is losing face heal, but with Halaziel, with the Jinyu, I think since he's also already used Alexstrasza and a Fireball, we probably don't need that much more. It cost me a little bit of damage, but I think it's okay. I want to heal this to get it out of range of like Flame Strike and stuff, because this is the point where Flame Strike starts to make a lot of sense for him. We played an Elemental, so we're good there. I honestly want this to die. We're drawing too many cards. There is a weird chance this goes to Fatigue, I think. Add an ooze to your deck? Yeah, we might need to. It's twice in a row that this card has been a major issue for us. Well, I'm glad we didn't need the Hex. Like, saving the Hex can make sense here, because, you know, you don't know what's going to come out of this ATS, so you want the Hex to do some work. But that would have been useless here. Great news. Oh, that's a way to stall out a 12-12. Okay. Let's take that. It's probably the best option anyway. It's really unfortunate we haven't gotten an Ice Block pop option here. Nothing to pop the block yet. Our hand is going to overdraw, isn't it? Shoot. This doesn't even help. We have to play this. 4, 8, 9. We're gonna draw overdraw anyway. What could we possibly overdraw that we care about? Not much, really. Hex would probably be bad. I think we just take the hit, don't we? This one doesn't help. We could just Lightning Storm, but we can save that for Halaziel maybe. Let's just take the hit. It's totally fine. I don't think it's a problem. At least we know about it. We could have saved one card by playing the Tar Creeper, but I like having the resources because there could always be a Flame Strike coming down. This is starting to look like a pretty good line.
Back to your home.
We don't know what that secret is, though. We can test with Maelstrom. Yeah, I kind of had that one. Alright, so let's test Maelstrom here. In case it's Counterspell, because these guys do run Counterspell.
Aha!
Probably not one of those. But I think we do need to deal with the board. I didn't really need to play Halaziel. Why did I should have just double Lightning Stormed. For some reason I had it in my mind I needed to play Halaziel. I don't know why. It's actually a waste. It's going to change the math a lot on this guy in particular. Ooh, that's good. That helps the math a little bit. We should have just double Lightning Storm Maelstromed and cleaned the board. Yep, there's the barrier. Yeah, we didn't need this. We could have kept more minions alive and Lightning Storm. This would have died probably because we could have traded the 4/3 into it. I don't know why. I just had it in my brain we had to pull off this combo. Like, we got a Halaziel, guys. We got Halaziel. He's so cool. Oh, well, it ain't a polymorph. That's actually not so bad. We can still freeze that out. Oh, I'm happy he killed that. Like, we're in fatigue scenario now, and I'm overdrawing cards. Like, that... he has to realize that was beneficial to me, right? Could freeze it, but we can also just Volcano it. 9, 11. Volcano into Tar Creeper. Looks okay. He's running out of gas real quickly. We got through the ATS, so I think we're in a good spot to win here. He's 11 cards in deck, sure, but... Why isn't Hogger an Elemental? I don't know. It's a good question, isn't it? Oh, we burned our deck. Yeah, see, he's on these junk cards now. Like, bring it, dude. I don't know if we're ever going to get a better Lightning Storm than this. I'm a little bit thinking about Lightning Storm, but it's probably okay. So our hand is... Oh, cool. That makes it easier. Yeah, I don't even think we played that particularly well, but we just have so much value in this deck that we just push through, basically. I think we made some mistakes there. Regis said 9-11. Jade Lightning can't melt steel beams, guys. Whoa! Whoa! Wait a second. I'm freaking out right now. I just looked over. 466 people watching on YouTube right now. What? Guys, thanks for hanging out. Hope you're enjoying the bad play. I wish you were all watching somebody who's better at Hearthstone. It's a shame you're stuck here with me. It's a shame you're hanging out here. That makes me sad.
Aha!
Alright. Another shaman. He's probably doing the same stuff we're doing. He probably has a good list, though. It's my guess. We're just testing one. He's probably got some pros list already. So is this deck awesome or what, Regis? What's the verdict? It's really hard to say yet. We've only played a few games. I mean, we've lost more than we've won so far. But I think a couple of those were just funky draws. It's clearly got the value to win long games. Can do some cool stuff. I think it's okay against mages. I think it'd be a lot better against mages if we went for weapon removal, maybe, for that ATS when it comes. Captain Tar says, we love you, Regis. Thank you so much, dude. Regis is growing. Run before he isn't hipster to watch anymore. I'm growing. I'm getting so big. Oh, I hate you guys.
Regis, you rusty at Hearth. Bad day, bad draft.
Thanks, Jerks. You're gonna suck that pasta dry, dude. You're just gonna run that pasta into the ground. But frankly, I'll never get tired of it. I don't care. Like, it's always gonna be funny. Everybody else is gonna hate Jerks because he's always going for the pasta. But I'm gonna love you, so who cares? Who cares what everybody else says? I kind of was planning to Jade Spirit this turn, but man, Maelstrom Portal sure looks good. We could also play one Firefly, setting up for potential draw, since we don't have a good... Nah, Jade Spirit's fine. We'll just Maelstrom Portal here. Maelstrom Portal Totem is totally fine. Yeah, when we discard something, that's going to be super helpful.
Murgle, Murgle, Murgle.
Thanks, Jerks, dude. I'm still going to add some more Murgle sounds in there for you, just so that you have to add higher tiers of bits to hear them. I'm gonna bait you into cheering more. Joe Vug, thanks for the 5 bits, dude. The mini Kappa bits. Appreciate it. Thank you, dude. Hey, Regis, what did I miss? Oh, nothing much. Bunch of people goofing around, acting stupid. Like normal. Normal day on the real RegisKillbin stream, if you will. I don't really want to overload because I got Aya, so let's just Jade Spirit here, and I don't know. I'm going to probably trade this in just because Maelstrom Portal's a card. He's probably running Lightning Storm too. It's debatable to trade this in, but since these both have 2 attack, I think we'll just hold. Since we, almost with certainty we're playing Aya next turn, I don't see a reason to Firefly, so. Jade Taunt Shaman. More Jade Elemental, just that happens to have some taunts and defensive cards, because it's a little bit more control-oriented. Regis, have you told your mom about the stream, and does she watch? Yeah, my parents know about RegisKillbin, of course. My dad has watched a little bit, but my mom is not super technologically advanced, so I don't think she's watched much unless my dad's pulled it up on the TV for her or something. But no, they definitely know about it. God, would we rather just Hex his Aya and Jade Claws and Firefly? Yeah, I think so. Aya is such a good Hex target. I don't think we can pass that up. Man, all the follows rolling in, guys. Ikoyo, Judalore, Dualage, Devilmare, the Hacker 414720, Raymond 512, Devil Lucia, Navraz, Zoxin, Elmo Beast. Thanks everybody for the follows, guys. Appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Welcome, welcome. Shoot. Oh no, that works out good. Never mind. I was thinking we messed up, but I guess not. Have we attacked already? Yeah, we attacked. Okay. So I don't think we need to commit to the Firefly because we're gonna Aya again next turn.
Make some room by the hearth.
Oh no. 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 I want to welcome you, but I don't want to say your name. Coxfucks, thanks for the subscription. Appreciate it, man. Welcome to the club. And stay tuned to your Twitch messages, Coxfucks. Because I'll be sending you some details about some extra benefits and stuff for subscribing, dude. So thanks again, though. It's funny name and all. Funny name and all. So we're in a pretty good spot this game, I think. We've had good answers. It's pronounced Kokfuks. It's good to know. And now you know. I'll probably always say it wrong because it's better for a laugh a little bit. Marco Hokavar. I do, in fact. But you're a jerk, so you're banned. So I won't be responding to you anymore. I think you could probably drop the hot springs for Flame Tongue, because I like that idea. It's not a terrible idea. I think I wanted the healing and the elemental activation. I do just, like I said before, I think Flame Tongue is just such an insanely good card. I think people underestimate Flame Tongue. I'm kind of getting to a point where I don't want to commit too much to the board, because I think this guy's going to run stuff like Volcano. And I don't want my whole board to get wiped out, right? Like, I'm going to make what is ultimately kind of a bad play, I think. Well, shoot. Now I regret that, because, I mean, more stats doesn't really hurt against Volcano. What did I just trade in?
Welcome, boys. Make some room by the hearth, won't ya?
Yeah, this is fine. I thought this was a misplay, but it's really not. I'd rather have 3 health against a shaman. Oh, maybe I should have totemed. Maybe I should have totemed. Definitely should have totemed. Hey, Mr. Memer first. Thank you for the subscription, dude. Welcome, welcome. Really, really appreciate it. Black Wolfa, you have it now. I sent it out early this morning. So if you check your messages right now, Black Wolfa, you will see. You'll see the messages. But Memer, Mr. Memer, thanks for the subscription, dude. And as I mentioned just a moment ago, stay tuned to your Twitch messages, probably later today, maybe early tomorrow, for some additional details about some extra benefits and stuff you get for subbing to me here on Twitch. I like to make it worth your guys' time and money, so I like to do a little bit extra when I can. Still really worried about, like, Volcano and stuff, but at this point I've got so much junk out, like, maybe it's not even relevant. Save some resources, clearly, but... Flame Tongue allows for a lot of great trades when you have board and surprise lethal. Also, have you tried Evolve with Stone Sentinel? No, I haven't tried that. Yeah, I'm pro Flame Tongue, guys. I don't need to be sold on it. I just didn't think it fit this deck perfectly, but I love Flame Tongue Totem. I think it's a severely underrated card. I think it's one of the best basic cards in Hearthstone. Hey, Mr. Memer, look at that, dude! You already found the incredible emotes. I hope you're enjoying the legendary Regis emote, man. I love seeing it, of course, because it's my face. But God, I'm gonna have to turn off. I'm gonna have to turn off announcements, guys. You guys are insane. Adalaris, misspelled puns, random type. Okay, I can't read all that. But random, Asku, Mr. Memer. Oh nope, you've subscribed. But Mr. Fruits Table, Everlongso, and Hillel987, guys. Thank you everybody for the follows. Really appreciate it. It's gonna get annoying hearing Antonitis going off all day if we're not careful. It's gonna get rough. Probably trade here, trade this in, let this one hang out. It's a little threatening to this though, which is annoying. So maybe we taunt with Tark Reaper. No, that's annoying too. Maybe we just double Mana Tide to get a ton of value. Oh, the Mana Tide got the buff. Sick. Clearly becomes a pretty big target here. Yeah, I don't want to commit too much. Like, maybe I should play an Elemental, because we didn't play an Elemental this turn. It's not committing virtually anything, but it sets up a Kalamos, it sets up a Servant of Kalamos, etc. So, it could be important. So especially since we're drawing 3 cards, we're kind of likely to get one of those at this point. Lightning Storm, obviously, those kinds of things, really good against our board, but we didn't exactly overextend, right? It's all kind of junk stuff out there. So... hopefully we're alright. Nematode, or Nematad, Hearthstone, thanks for the follow. What do you do for a job? Are you a full-time streamer and YouTuber? I am not full-time YouTuber or streamer. I work as a director of marketing for a software development company. I have for the past almost 5 years now, I think. Coming on either 5 or 6 years. It's been a great job. But thankfully it has a lot of flexibility, so I can actually do stuff like this too. It takes a lot of time to do both, clearly. I work a lot, but I like it. It's fun. I mean, this is more like fun than work, right? This is just awesome.
Aha!
He actually killed the spell damage totem there. It's annoying. Still a pretty insane turn here. We're just rolling over this guy right now. Why no 420 Blaze calling it in this deck? I just thought that Fire Elemental was a little bit more consistent. And they might have been a little bit too slow. Because we have a lot of late game value generation. Like, we can make good cards with Kalamos. So I thought we didn't probably need the big threats. Plus, we're just getting really big Jades. Because there's so many Jade cards. So we're going to get 6/6s, 7/7s, that kind of stuff. Anyway, so I didn't want to hurt the consistency of the deck by running them. Because I didn't think we really had to run them, essentially, right? Maelstrom Portal here is going to clean up a lot. Especially if we roll the spell damage. May not actually matter much, but interesting. I think we're just going face here, right? Let's just play this one to stall a little bit, just in case he does something crazy. This gets buffed too, which is cool. Oh, the combos! We got a 5/2 Light Warden. That's insane. Kooksfuck says, what about Bloodlust in this deck? Seems to be on the token side. I don't think we need it, because like I said, we're getting these really big guys. It probably wouldn't hurt, but sometimes it might be a dead draw. Looks like we have pretty easy... Well, do you have trade still? Yeah, we don't have lethal yet. Yeah, that's just game on. He bled that guy out with value with the double mana tide. That was a really good game. I'm glad that we played what looked to be a matchup of a very similar kind of deck, and it seemed like ours was made a lot of sense. I can't see any messages from you. It's a whisper. Look like in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, there's like a little whisper icon, like a little chat icon. If you click that, I'm looking at it right now. Black Wolfa. Hope I got your name right. Yeah, I did. I sent it today at 6:36 a.m. See if you can find that little chat icon. Twitch like messages are weird to me. Yeah, I don't think most people know that exists. Yeah, a lot of people don't seem to respond to my messages, so there might be another place to send messages, but that's what I've been using. So maybe I should say specifically whisper versus message. Probably Tar Creeper is too much with Hot Spring Guardian already in the deck, don't you think? Well, not really, no. So far today it has been, because we've only played Control Mage today. Like, every game has been Gunther Control Mage. But there's still Pirates, there's still Aggro Token Shaman, there's still a lot of really fast decks where those many taunts do matter. It's just we haven't seen them today. I don't know where they've been.
Aha!
They just haven't shown up today. It's pretty good. It either forces the ping or the trade. I mean, you guys know there's aggro, there's token druid, this is at least a little bit of a faster mage. We do have heals for this, and we can stop some of this minion pressure probably. What is that going to be? Second Cabal Lackey. Oh my god, the tempo! He has played 6, 7, 8, 10 mana worth of cards. 10 mana worth of cards in the first 2 turns, guys. That's hard to beat, guys. This is almost certainly Counterspell, so we can't Lightning Storm yet. I know people are going to say, just Lightning Storm it, you're good to go. But it's almost certainly Mirror Entity and Counterspell based on how fast this deck is. He's not going to be running slow ones. Right, he's going to be running faster cards. Tempo-oriented cards, not defense-oriented cards. I mean, we may never get to use this, since we may not have a spell cheap enough to actually activate. But, we'll try. I may actually throw this down just as a cycle card, and it's kind of distraction for him. Jade Lightning is bad next turn, though, too, with the counterspell, so it's going to be tough to find a win here. just because he played 10 mana worth of cards. I think Fireflies are redundant here. No buff, attack totem. Why not removing them and add devolve? I just think it's good to have those early bodies. I think people are getting a little bit... People are getting a little bit misled by the fact that we're only playing control this morning, but we need stuff, bodies against token boards, plus the flexibility of just being able to activate our elementals on command, right? That's kind of my main goal. Guess we'll do this. The Jade Claws does a little bit, but we don't do much else with the turn. Like, we need ways to make sure we have a setup, that 1 mana flexibility. No other card in the deck does that, right? And there's enough non-elemental cards here that I think it matters to have some of that flexibility available. Because what if you need to play a Jinyu Water Speaker and you only have 1 other mana, right? Like, you have to have a Flame Elemental to activate. Still waiting till a turn where I have enough spare mana to throw away a spell, right? Like, we just haven't had a turn yet where we've had that much spare mana. Like, we could throw away a Hex, maybe, and then hit the Lightning Storm, etc. Not next turn, but soon. Soon. Maelstrom Portal would be a good spell to throw away. And by the way, guys, I don't mean to... I don't mean to, like, negate your suggestions. Like, I think everybody's making really awesome suggestions. I don't know either, right? We're still figuring it out ourselves. That's the thing. I think I gotta play this turn for the Kali here. I think he'll feel compelled to kill this. It's probably a heal 3, but we'll see. I like your guys' ideas. Everybody has great ideas. I'm just telling you my logic. Whether it's right or not, who knows? I don't. We'll see. Maybe we won't. I would encourage you guys to go make a list yourselves and prove me wrong. Like, tell me, show me the win rate, get to legend. Like, all of that would be amazing. Your hair is very impressive, Cap of Pride. Thanks, Mantis. Appreciate it. What does control even mean? I just started 2 days ago. Basically means a deck that is less about doing your own thing and more about stopping what your opponent is trying to do. I don't know if we have the time for this. Might just have to Tark Reaper, Hot Spring Guardian trade. We could try to throw away a Hex here, but the Lightning Storm's just not that good yet. Neither is the Jade Lightning. Like, we need to soften up the bodies a little bit, then we could maybe throw away a spell and Lightning Storm. So let's just do this. Don't think it actually matters much here which one we kill, but... Now we'll find out this hyper-aggressive aggro Secret Mage is also running Flame Strike, and I'll quit the game because that's silly. That's what's going to happen now. This is that point. That's okay. That's actually not bad. So what should we throw away here? Lightning Storm only really kills... If we high roll it, Lightning Storm kills 2 things. I guess let's just Hex and then Jade Lightning trade. Leave 7 damage on board. We're probably dead. Maybe the Hex will hit. That'd be cool. I think I'd want to Hex this target if it could, but this is 99% getting counterspelled. Yeah, that's fine. That's kind of what we thought. And then here, I think we have to take the most damage off the board that we can. I don't think it's good enough. I think we're dead. Fireball kills me. Double Frostbolt kills me. Firelance Portal doesn't kill us yet, I don't think. No. Puts us at 12, but we don't have a lot of healing left, so... He's been sitting on that counterspell forever, it looks like. He's like, activate the freaking counterspell, dude. Oh, he should have tested first for Fireball. That was a misplay. If he got Fireball here, he just missed lethal. He's given me time. I don't think we can do much with it, but... Still, I think an error. So now we actually can Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm plus Hot Spring Guardian is 6. We'll be able to kill this for sure. Probably unlikely going to kill both unless we hit spell damage. I think it becomes possible. It becomes possible here. But it's another counterspell, so can't do it. Can't win. And a freaking mirror entity too. Great. Can't win. Our only hope was that one of those was Ice Block and mirror entity, I think. We have what? He technically only has 5. If he didn't have it last turn, he may not have it this turn, but Halazeel is sick. But we're just dead. No, maybe not. If we hit Kalamos here, we can stabilize. Oh, that's not very good usually. Oh my god, it actually hit face. It actually hit the freaking face. Ugh. If we could have somehow saved that Lightning Storm and tested with another secret, we might have been able to Halazeel heal this turn, but we don't have another spell, so it didn't matter. This is not enough on its own. It's not enough on its own. Do we have any... We could get a Earth Ellie maybe, but then Ping just kills us. We have to heal. I don't think it matters. I don't think we can stabilize. Taunt Totem might be enough. No. Taunt Totem's not even enough. Sad face. There might have been a different way to win that game. I don't know. It's sad to lose the terribly ordered plays. I think we had some terribly ordered plays, but I don't think we lost any of them, did we? I don't think we lost any terribly ordered plays. Oh, you mean the glyph? Oh, yeah. I had some terribly ordered plays too at the end, but I don't think we had choices. It's just nothing left. Like the Lightning Storm, we had to try, but if he has the counter spell, there's just no hope. We don't have another spell to test it. We have to play the taunt heal, which gives him the mirror entity, but that's the weakest minion, I think, anyway. We might have been able to play a smaller minion. I don't think we had anything in hand, though. I think it was like double Kalamos, double. 1 Halazeel, 1 Jade Spirit. I guess we could have gave him a Jade Spirit, but that's a 2-3 instead of a 2-4. I don't know. I think we lost 3 face damage because of the mirror entity, but that didn't matter. I doubt this is the reels away, but it could be. You never know. I like these two. Krovig, I'm not. He says, are you aware of the Halazeel Kalamos bug, where the damage to face option heals you with Kalamos? No. With Halazeel, I mean. No, I didn't know that. That's actually a good little trick to know, though, in this particular deck, man. That might matter. Is that still a bug? Do you know if that's still a thing? Glacial Shard from Servant. Yeah, that might have been an option. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Illy bait top. That's a good idea. I think it still lost us the game, but probably did actually keep us alive for a turn. That would have been a good check. You're absolutely right. Whoa! Whoa! This is like a deck I run! Zelay is stealing my ideas, dude. There was a chance Lightning Storm was actually pretty good there, but it also could have whiffed, so... It looks like based on what this deck's playing, Lightning Storm's always going to be fairly good. Especially if you get Thanos with it, so that's a good 5-mana option. Couldn't play Thanos ahead of time. Counterspell's nuts because you know what it is, but it's hard to counter. Yeah, we just didn't have any spells in hand, and this deck doesn't run enough cheap ones anyway. So we just sat there for 5 turns waiting to throw away a card we knew was going to get thrown away, and then the second time around we just didn't have any choice. We just had to go for it and just couldn't get there, so... Lightning Storm's probably fairly good here, but... Because now we have the 1 attack here to sort of trade in and clean up. Oh, this is good too, though. Crap. If this rolls 3 and 3, we're like good to go, win the game. GG, it's over. Lock it up. If it rolls 2 and 2, we're sort of okay. We leave him a 1-2. I guess that's not that great. And then it kind of feels like a waste of a resource because, you know, it's clearly going to be good against Murlocs, but we also have Blood Mage, Maelstrom, and we have Volcano, and we have Jade Lightning for a Murloc War Leader. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and do it before a War Leader or something gives him like a ton of value. Let's just try it. Now I know we can't do all that stuff next turn because of the Overload, but... So we kind of got the halfway kind of sort of got the halfway there. But if he does heal and trade, we shouldn't trade. He'll just heal. But we can Maelstrom Portal another board. Next turn, we'd probably just Totem. But I think the ability to high roll there and just kill both of those Northshires was probably worth the chance, the risk. If we'd had another 3-mana play, by the way, if like we had Manatide Totem or another Tar Creeper or a Hot Spring or something, I would not have done that. That would not have been my line. But since that was the only play we had, I think it worked out okay. And this will be good too. Just keep these Murlocs in check. I don't like how many cards he's drawing, but he's... I don't know, he's got 2 Tidecallers, so I'm not sure he's going to ever do anything that crazy. We have an answer for Finja too, by the way, which I think is important. I don't love all the card value he's getting, or card advantage value. So Murloc Tidecallers, but also Curious Glimmerroot. I don't... This is weird so far. Needless to say, this deck's looking a little weird so far. Oh, he got it. Cool. Good guesses, good guesses. I don't think we run anything too weird, so I'm not surprised by that. I guess it's time to deal with this, finally. It's going to be really hard to get a read on what's in the rest of this guy's deck. I can tell you that. Hopefully we have enough sort of bodies and threats to resist it. But Exo, Starboy, Occam, Ninja, Alex, thanks guys for the follows. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Yo, it's got to be the real Zalay. Why does it got to be the real Zalay? Oh, it is the real Zalay. Oh, God. Well, I'm going to lose then. Zalay's incredible. He's a really, really good player. Might be a weird deck because he's doing deck doctoring. Yeah, that could be. I always hate playing people who are streaming because it's like, what are they saying? What are they saying about me? Okay, I think we have to Volcano here. Can we line it up in a favorable way? 7, 8... plus 12, 7, 8, 10, 12. So we'll just attack face and Volcano. We need to remove the Finja value. Lightning Storm is almost an option, by the way. If we had a spell damage totem on board, we could just Lightning Storm, but we don't. So I think we just have to take this chance.
Make some room by the hearth, won't ya?
Let's see. Who is that? Who is that? Dylan3750, man, thank you for the Twitch Prime subscription. Welcome, welcome. And stay tuned to your Twitch Whispers sometime in the near future for some additional details and some additional bonuses and stuff. And by the way, guys, that makes 40 subscribers at this point. 40 total. That's pretty sick. So thanks, everybody, for the continued support. Zalay has to host your stream if he loses. How many people are watching Zalay right now, I wonder? My guess is a couple hundred, 200-300. He might have more than that, though, actually, in this early morning time slot. I don't actually know. I don't really know how popular he is. Alright. Play this for the elemental activation. Wish our Jades were rolling a little better, and I just wish I knew what was in this freaking deck. Like, ugh. It's a very... Like, if I'm running Finja and my Murloc Priest, I don't freaking run Tidecallers because I want the combo. I want the water package. I want 750. That's a lot. I want the, you know, I want Bluegill Warriors and Murloc War Leaders. So I want to hit that not Howlzeal, Herald Volage turn. Like, that's my thing. Crickets in chat. Confirmed. I'm not checking his stream. I don't want to stream snipe, guys. I'm a big fan of Zalay, though. I think he's underrated as a content creator. I think he's underrated. Why is he still at rank 12? Doesn't he do this for a living? Like, I thought he was full-time. I don't have time to grind all the time. Especially this last week. I've been super duper busy at work, but... Looks like we're gonna get a good Calamos turn here, probably. Yeah, it's gonna be a super sick Calamos turn. We're not gonna kill the Manatide, but still very, very worth just to kill everything else. And it still doesn't give up all of our AoE resources if that's a concern for people. Let's see. If we attack that, it goes to 2. He heals it to 4. That puts it in range of more stuff. I think we'll go ahead and soften it up, just in case. It may not matter, but we don't really need the face damage either, so. He ranks up the last few days in general. It's crazy to watch. He goes from rank 10-ish to high legend in a couple days. Yeah, I know that feel a little bit, except for the high legend part. I tend to do the same. I feel bad because I'm like rank 7 at a week left to go. I'm like, I gotta do this. I gotta go for it. Okay. We need an Aya soon. How many Glimmer Roots has he played? 2, and he's gotten both cards. Right, where did this third one come from? Oh, he's also got Crystal Oracles. I don't want to give this guy too many hexes, right? Like, because we got Aya, we want to keep alive here. What's a good draw for us? Anything but Firefly, probably. So that's what we'll get. May not even matter. Jade Claws is fine for the board. We're just going to bleed him out here. Just bleed him out. It's going to draw a lot. I think Jade Claws, Dark Reaper, Hero Power is probably just a fine line. We played an Elemental, so we don't need the Flame here. Subs spam and delay stream. No, don't raid. I don't want to cause a fuss. I don't want anybody to cause a fuss. I don't want to get counter raided, guys. He's got more. He's got a bigger army on his side. Bigger army on his side, for sure. Hey, man, first time catching your stream, says Jeff Greep. Watch lots of your videos. How's Jade Elemental working out? Also, is this when you normally stream? Jade Elemental, I'm not sure yet that it's working out perfectly. This is, in fact, a pretty common stream time, but you can check all my stream times below my face. There's a link to my schedule, and it'll say view my stream schedule, and it's got a full calendar for the month every day that I'm streaming, and the times, and a handy time zone converter, too. So that should certainly help you find what you need in regards to the stream time. So looks like this is going to be a good line here soon. Wish we could get that in with it, but... Is he actually going to heal it? Oh, nice. We are going to get to kill it. Oh, my God. This is where you win the game, right here. These are a little bit... No, that's going to die, so it's fine. It's fine. This is a pretty sick turn. Do we have the mana? 5, 7, 8, 5, 9... Yeah, we'll try to roll. It's 1 out of 3. It's a pretty good roll. No, it's okay. That should be fine. I think we'll play this just for the elemental activation in case we hit Servant of Calamos. We're very likely to hit one of those, or another elemental to kick off the chain next turn if that's the issue instead. I don't like how few cards we have, but this is a card. This is a card. We have some really good draws, too. So I think we're okay. Hex if he does somehow have a really big threat. What would you replace Halaziel and Aya with? Halaziel, you could toss in a Fire Elemental or a Blaze Caller. I don't know if you can replace Aya. She's really, really, really good. You kind of need her for the giant body. I mean, same story. If you are going to cut her, Fire Ellie or Blaze Caller would be fine. Why are you using the original card back? I just like it. I'm just a hipster. Just what I always had. I change it out occasionally for Legend or whatever, but not that often. Yeah, I will post this list on YouTube. Yep. It'll be there eventually. This guy's a bully. What's that mean, jerks? He called me a bully? That's sad. That's sad. I've been over here complimenting Zalay. I've been telling him he's great. I've been giving Zalay all the loves. That might be worth a hex. Let's just see what else we get, right? Maelstrom Portal. Probably means we don't hex that, right? What else could he possibly have in this deck, though? What giant threats could there be? We actually have another Hex anyway. Just the question is, do I need it, right? Like, I can trade here. That gives me extra damage on that. The Thalnos can trade into... We leave a 5-2 on the board is the problem. By Hex, we can clear the board. Let's see what this rolls, right? That definitely changes the logic, too. Oh, easy now. Easy now. Okay, it's fine. We'll just get this body out. This is probably not useful other than as a 4-6, but we'll see. Quoting your opponent, he's tired of your AoE. Yeah, I can imagine. We've just, every time he's built a board, we've gone ham on him. Volcano on Finja, particularly backbreaking. That Maelstrom Portal, particularly backbreaking. Pretty good Lightning Storm. Manatide is probably more harmful to him at this point than it is helpful. I can't imagine he has a lot of threats left, and he's just going to bleed out. I mean, we'll probably still kill it, just in case he draws something insane, but there's no way he's running like Dragonfire Potion, right? His board is way too centric. He's got another Tidecaller in deck. He's got another Megasaur. There's just no way he's going to run that big stuff. But even that, I mean, Aya is a great answer to those cards. I'm just going to kill it. The only way we lose is some weird, crazy shenanigan. I kind of like the idea of just fatiguing him out, but I think that's going to happen anyway. We're at 13 cards left. Like, we don't have answers to a big, wide board right now, other than what we have on board, but we do have a Hex for a single big threat. And a lot of good cards coming, too. Basically every card left is... Was he out of spells? Oh, he is straight up fatigued. Okay. That might legit be our best, Oh, God, we don't actually... We're gonna have to sacrifice this just to play the Fire Ellie, I think. It's fine. So we still have an answer to AoE with Aya. She's gonna pop out a 5-5 for us, which is nice. He's got to use just the cards in hand to win somehow. He has 7 cards. We have a giant board. Potion of Madness into... Mind Blast, into Mind Blast, into Mind Blast, into Heal. Oh man, I like it though. That was scary for a second, right? Like, that was scary. That was a little bit scary, guys. Woo! Why did he have so many Mind Blasts? What just happened? What just happened? I mean, thank God. Thank God. Thank God we had a heal in our deck. Like, how on earth? How on earth? I did not expect that to happen. Beat up the streamer Regis. Whoever wins consumes the other and gains his power. Yeah, that was scary. That was scary. That might be a highlight game. That was fun. That was a really, really fun game. Knowing that it was the real Zalay certainly makes it better. Hey, somebody go in his chat and say that I'm a huge fan. Like, don't... I love Zalay. I think he's great. He's playing a weird deck. He didn't deserve to lose. I mean, we're playing a test deck, but clearly founded a little bit more in a strong history of decks. It's not totally random. Let's see. How much do you hate Hunter? I don't hate Hunter that much. Zalay calls you a bully, says Blue Jellyfish too. Everybody's seeing it. Imagine if 6 Mind Blasts was possible. It is possible, it's just not super likely. That's kind of what I was afraid was happening all of a sudden. It's a little bit scared. Did you have any luck with the Control Quest Rogue? I dusted it this very morning without even trying. It wasn't terrible. Like, it seemed like it could be okay. It clearly wasn't refined based on what we tested. Now, we didn't have a perfect test environment, of course, because the nerf hadn't gone through yet. But it seemed like it was going to be possible to make it halfway decent. I'll say that much. What is the 10 out of 100 gold counter? That's, you can only earn up to 100 gold per day for winning games. Every 3 wins, you get 10 gold, right? but it's capped out at 100 per day. That just keeps track of how many times you've earned that in a given day. So when you get to 100, you'll stop earning golds. You don't have to play extra games if that's your only goal for the day or whatever. Mario Motter says, Regis, I disenchanted a lot of cards to craft patches for my Pirate Warrior deck. Was it a good move? I'm free to play, by the way. Yeah, probably so. I mean, Patch is clearly one of the best cards in the game right now. Is it greedy trying to get heal value off this? I'm not really sure. Maybe. But I'm going to do it anyway. If he does like trade into this and then play a bunch of dudes somehow, we have the Lightning Storm cleanup. And this still signals that we're token. He doesn't know yet that we're control. I mean, clearly we played a little slow for a token deck, but he might be convinced and play in a way that is advantageous to us. Is this Blizzard's first buff ever? No, actually. They've buffed cards in the past, guys. People say that they never buff cards, but technically they actually have. They have buffed... I think we'll play this now. It's fine. Could be Mirror Entity, I guess. We could check with this. But then we lose a little bit of flexibility on our elemental activation. Let's just test, just in case. This is not a perfect trade for us, but we do need to deal with this thing somehow. If he kills it some other way, Lightning Storm still looks halfway decent, but we'll see. But they've buffed cards in the past. Unleash the Hounds has sort of gotten buffed in the past. What else got buffed? Murlocs actually all got buffed because they stopped affecting your opponent's cards. I guess that could be argued as a buff or a nerf, sort of, depending on your perspective, but generally considered a buff. And there's one other card that got buffed. What was it? It was something about the name or the affiliation, much like these, with giving Elemental to them, clearly being a buff. We're on that counterspell game again, guys. Where we just can't beat counterspell. I just can't risk that being counterspell. I should have attacked face first before playing that for Mirror Entity, but it's alright. What's up, Regis? Cashed in my Golden Caverns below this morning and made my Jade Druid deck. Got yogged for the first time, too. Wow, dude, congrats. That sounds like a good change. They buffed Arcane Golem by giving it +2 health. Yeah, that's definitely how everybody saw that buff. Yeah, that's exactly right. Okay, so he's trading a lot right now, which I like a lot. He's just really trading, which is good news for me. Every single elemental before Unguro. Yeah, well, those two. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, of course. The other previous elementals also got buffed. So that's a positive change. A lot of cards have gotten buffed, I think, guys, historically. I mean, not as many as probably need it, but still, you can't say Blizzard has never buffed a card. By the way, guys, I just realized today, during the stream, we got over 3,000 followers on Twitch. So that's awesome, guys. Thank you. Capped out over 1,000. Or, I mean, over 3,000. That's really, really cool. I think we'll just have to kill this. We'll kill the bigger health one, I suppose. Just in case.
Aha!
He's still just trading so much. I think he's... I mean, I don't know his deck list, so I can't speak for sure. Like, I don't know exactly what's happening over there, so I can't say he's misplaying, but my understanding of more aggressive secret mages that tend to run Cabal Crystal Runner, which the more aggressive ones do, normally you would expect to see more aggressive play, looking for like face damage and pressuring your opponents. Finally hit that, thank God. The question is, I guess this is actually the better hex target, isn't it? Or the better question is, do we even need to hex? We needed to burn that counter spell regardless. I mean, that was a play, but do we maybe just play Water Speaker and Hero Power here? It still leaves us Calibos as an option, also leaves us Lightning Storm as an option. Like if he trades, this goes to 1, Lightning Storm cleans it up theoretically. I mean, leaving this alive gives him more value, but we know he doesn't have a ton of minions in hand. It's Secret Mage. It's going to be mostly spells, so I think the risk of leaving this alive is worth a little bit of the payback. The upside, essentially. Oh, did he have no minions in hand? Oh yeah, none are shimmering anyway, so yeah, we know that that's totally safe. We have a visual indicator of such. Now he has 2 minions in hand. How did that happen? I think double Lightning Storm actually is just straight up fine, right? Calamos doesn't really do the trick right now. It's just a minion. Could typically roll Spell Totem first, but it doesn't matter. They're going to die guaranteed, so... We could have maybe rolled the Totem and tested and see if they died on the first round, I suppose. Couldn't we? They both had 4 health, yeah. There was a chance it high rolled both. Yeah, that was actually a misplay. I was thinking it wouldn't matter, but it would have actually mattered. We could have saved a Lightning Storm, theoretically. We wouldn't have, because one low rolled, but... Could have. Could have. Yeah, those are nasty now. Those 3/4s are so much worse for us. Jade Lightning's a good draw. Firefly's a garbage draw. It's actually suddenly a fairly good draw.
Aha!
Setting up for the Calamos here. Introducing Bomb Squad in the game nerfed Mage and buffed all other classes in Arena because it makes Firelands Portal a bit worse. Yeah, I think that's part of the reason they did it, honestly. I think they do sometimes design cards to tweak other cards. I don't really doubt that. Calamos is good, but he's not that good because these both live. Like, he softens up the board a ton. But without Maelstrom Portal to follow, like, what do we accomplish, really? And, you know, arguably you could save this and heal face or whatever, but this thing attacking for 4, we're pretty healthy anyway at this point. These maybe die to something down the road. I don't know. The hand buff card made a huge difference, because those would all be dead to Calamos right now, if not for... Oh, he's trading anyway, so that theme he continues to hold on to here. We need cards, man. We need cards bad. That's a good card. We need cards bad. Yeah, Fire Ellie's just the best spot here. Glacial Shard's kind of intriguing. But, we don't know that Counterspell is a thing, but I don't know if we have time to mess with it. Maybe we just play the Dark Reaper here and call it a day. Call it a day. I'd rather Hex one of the things that comes out of Atiesh, probably, if it's a high-cost one, if he pyros our face or whatever. Sojo, Famlet, Duxio, guys, thanks for the follows, appreciate it. Another Atiesh, yeah, we might need an ooze. Oh my god, seriously? Come on, game. We're screwed. We're so screwed. We have to try, but it's absolutely counterspell. It's gonna get counterspelled. It's just game over. We never got another spell to test, so what can we do? This is a tough... We gotta get weapon removal, I think, for these mages. Like, why are there so many mages right now? It's really annoying. It's really hard to be good when you got stuff like this happening. I mean, honestly, Volcano would maybe put us in the game still, but we don't have it, so... We'll suicide. If Tingus tells you to ooze, you better ooze. This is a rough game, guys. After that high of beating Zalay, like, this is just... Blah. Is he reading YouTube chat, says Black Dragons? Nope. Nope. Don't read YouTube comments at all. Alright guys, I think this is going to call it for this iteration. The original test of this deck experiment. I'm going to make some tweaks to this deck because I think we need to answer the meta a little bit better. So we're going to make a little bit of changes here. This was our original attempt to control Elemental Jade Shaman. I like the Jade package in here, it's really cool, but I don't think we need Halaziel at all. I think that's too weak. And I don't think we need quite so many things like this and I don't know about Lightning Storm. Maybe we need Lightning Storm still. They're pretty good in general. But I want to make the deck a little bit more aggressive. We've talked a lot about Flametongue Totem. I still don't think we need like a Bloodlust as a finisher. I don't really think that's a good answer for us. But I do want to run a Gluttonous Ooze for weapon removal. Harrison honestly almost makes more sense, doesn't it? Because we have so many defensive cards anyway. We have so many taunts and heals. Like, I think maybe Harrison just makes more sense. Less flexible, but we're really trying to beat the mages more than anything. And we often need card draw at that point anyway. We're not trying to beat like the taunt warriors or the pirate warriors and stuff. We have plenty of tools for pirate warrior with all these early game stuff. And Flametongue Totem is good with Tar Creepers and Hot Spring Guardians and Fireflies and Maelstrom Portal minions and early Jade tokens. So I think it makes sense. I think I like this just slightly tweaked list already like way better. I think I like it way better. And there you go. That was the Elemental Jade Control Shaman. A lot of words. Not necessarily the best deck I've ever played. So all that said, if you guys have any thoughts, comments, questions on this deck, of course, leave them in the comments below. But until then, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, game on.